Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dueling Ogres, bringing you Stand for the Fire Demon. I'm going to throw it immediately over to our illustrious DM, Brandon. You're up.
Having put the spirit known as the Serpent King to rest, our heroes made their way back to Fort Cavan with the cleric to Bahamut known as Dust Eye. After a few days of downtime, in which Zoason was augmented with a second set of arms and Buchenwald completed smithing adamantine chainmail, the striking vipers at long last met with the envoy from the king. Inside the tent was a sphinx, the vizier to the demon king of Pyrrah. Her name was Ibacutio. She presented the striking vipers with a long puzzle tube and instructions to deliver it to a monastery high in the Berkskird Highlands. They are to retrieve a package from the head monk, who will then teleport them to the capital city of Racine. But gasp! Tragedy struck when their mechanical Modron companion shut down, only flashing an error code. With the quick thinking of Zoason, he was activated long enough to tell them he had less than 3 weeks to return to the plane of limbo or be deactivated permanently. And so once again pressed for time, our heroes point their axe beaks northward to Berkskird Highlands and the dwarven city of Delgorum.
Excellent. The only thing I would
Damn it, I meant to get coconuts.
interject here is that we're going to the plane of the Modrons. Is that Limbo or is that Mechanus?
They were, from what I understand, from what I was reading, they operate on Limbo.
Okay.
Like, they might be from Mechanus, but they operate on Limbo. So Limbo or Mechanus, either one. You guys don't really know for sure. That might be something you would ask 3Mil.
Okay.
And also, as a point of order, before you guys left, your axe beaks were given. I talked to Chad Good, and he said that it's called barding. Which I didn't know that's what it was called, but like the nice cloth that goes over your mounts with the symbol of Pyrrha on the side, and then one of you, whoever wants it, can have the big pole with the Pyrrha flag on it.
Can we give that to... Wait, no. We can give that to Yellow Jacket, because he's here now, right?
Yeah, Yellow Jacket is here as well.
Give it to our minstrel.
Yeah, minstrel.
The minstrel is staying behind because he wanted to see Big Tubs.
Yep.
Oh.
So we let him stay and see Big Tubs.
So basically he's staying behind to see me.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys were heading northward to the base of the Berkskird Highlands, where you were told that there was the entrance to get into the mountain to go upwards to Delgorum. Buchenwald, you know exactly where to go. Yellow Jacket can lead the way, but from here you've traveled this road many times, so you're pretty familiar with it, Buchenwald.
Yep. I will ride alongside Yellow Jacket and take point.
Okay. Yellow Jacket is riding his giant badger about the size of a horse. He's reared up on it, and he has the pole somehow attached to the badger. I don't know how you would attach it to a badger, but...
The butthole.
By God, he figured it out.
Does it have a saddle?
Holster. Yeah, in the saddle.
It has a saddle.
Then usually it's like a piece of thick leather or something that's kind of sewn onto the side of the saddle. That way you can put a flag to where it'll hold it, and you just keep it steady.
Okay. So that is exactly what is happening. And the environment that you're traveling through is pretty rocky area. You leave Fort Cavan going to the west, and then you kind of take the road up and it goes northward. So the ground itself is still pretty rocky, being so close to a volcano. It's kind of scrub land at this point, so there's lots of little scrubby bushes and shoots of trees every so often. But there's really nothing growing that's tall. It's all small bushes and stuff like that. So you travel through the day and you run into some people on the road, some travelers going different places. Nobody really stands out to you. You don't run into any other military or anything. And you make it through the first day, and you can decide whether you want to camp for the day or whether you want to press on, or how you want to handle this.
Are we under a time constraint, or?
Yeah.
Well,
you have
kind of.
17 days.
To get 3 mil back to where he needs to be, right?
Yeah, besides
Brandon.
that, you don't have a time constraint.
Okay.
Brandon, since I have ridden this road many times in my life, would it be a big deal? Would I'd know if it would be a big deal whether we keep going or stop camping, right?
You know that about 2 hours from where you are now, it's like 8 o'clock at night right now.
Okay.
About 2 hours from where you are is a big inn that you guys could stay at, like a traveler's inn. That would be your best bet. And then the next day you can head off to the base of the mountain, and that'll take you another like 9 hours or so.
Okay. I'll relay that information to the party.
Well,
what
what do
would
you
you
think?
guys prefer to do?
Tegan?
You're muted.
Yep. You're always muted.
I'm always muted. We can put up at the end. That's fine.
Okay.
Guess we'll.
What's
Does the
this-
inn have alcohol?
No.
It's an inn. It's a
You're in a
dwarven
dry part of the country.
No.
The road between Fort Cavan and Delgorum is dry. And I'm not talking about just the fact that there's no streams there. Except the one we're in right now. Hey!
Oh.
Ugh.
So you guys continue to head towards the inn.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ride for another 2 hours. You're not riding at a full clip, like as hard as you can, because there's no reason to. From what Buckenwald has said, it's not that far to the base of the mountain. From where you guys were, you could see the mountains rising up to the north, and pretty much anywhere you are, you can see the mountains rising up. These are pretty big mountains. So you get to this medieval-looking tavern. It's a 2-story building with a pointed roof, so it looks like it may have some 3rd-story, like, attic rooms. It is bright white and then painted with intricate black designs, and then a big sign out front of it. You also see a stable where there are some horses and a donkey tied up.
Donkey.
A donkey!
Donkey.
And then a big sign above it that says the maniacal wildebeest.
Ah, yes, the maniacal wildebeest. I've had many a mead here.
But you said it was dry.
Turns out that he's never drank here once.
Tyrrell is sobbing. You said it was dry.
I had sarcasm in my voice, Tyrrell.
This isn't actually a dry county, by the way. That was a joke. I don't know if you guys picked up on that or not, but
Yeah, I figured.
okay.
It was
quick.
half out of character, half in character.
Real quick point of order. I have one of the moleskin books of message transference. Who has the other one at this point? Is it Bucky?
I can't remember who you gave that to, so whoever
believe it
wants
was
the other
Bucky.
one can have it.
I believe it was Bucky at this point, just because we needed him to have it for a moment.
Okay.
Just
I
take
have
care
it.
of that.
Okay.
And real quick, I have listed here 1 Blade Ward, Mage Armor, Dispel, and then under 2 it says Shield, Counterspell, Magic Circle, Remove Curse. Were those something I found in a magic tome, like one of my spell books you gave me, or was that just something else?
Yeah, those were magic books that you bought from the librarian.
Okay, so I can actually...
And those are the
choose
spells that are in
different.
those books.
I can choose a different spell than Dispel since I already have it. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Copy that. Thank you.
So it's about 10 o'clock at night at this point. You see light flickering through the windows. Some of the windows are open. It's fall right now, so it's a little bit warm this evening. It's not that chilly fall weather you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
You also smell the smell of almost taco meat, like very seasoned hamburger meat coming from the windows.
Excellent.
Oh.
Let's head into the inn.
Would I know the innkeeper?
Yeah,
Okay. What would his name be?
his name is Avo Lady Chaser.
I wonder what he's known for. What was the
Nobody
name of the
knows.
what was the name of the inn again?
The maniacal wildebeest.
Well, just as a from here on out, I'm going to always fold my arms, my second arms, my silver arms behind my back under my cloak so that they're not apparent to everyone and I don't look like a freak.
Probably smart.
Did you put on the adamantine armor? Are you wearing that chainmail that Buchenwald made, or?
better be.
Not. Well, okay, I guess I will, but I'm not, I don't know how to change that necessarily on my character sheet at this moment.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's a +2 adamantine chainmail.
I thought it was +1.
Was it +1?
Yeah, it was just +1.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can
it's
make-
Make
I
it
can-
+2 anyway.
I can probably change it for you if you want me to.
Could you please?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll say that you, in the haste to leave, you haven't put it on yet, but you have it
Yeah.
back, and
Yeah.
Yellow Jacket asks who's wearing the armor. So Yellow Jacket says, do you want me to put the animals in the stable for the night?
That
If
would
you
probably
would-
be advisable.
And I'll
I will
have
sleep-
some alcohol.
I will sleep outside with my badger. And then he hops off of the giant badger and he starts to take the reins of the axe beaks. Yellow Jacket seems very good at handling animals, being a druid himself, so he's
Mhm.
handling the animals well.
Before he takes them, I'm gonna just rummage through my saddlebags and see if there's anything I would need immediately
And
for the evening.
before we head into the inn, also I'm gonna say thank you for the follow, Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z is what
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be, but
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
but I like the idea of calling him Dragon Balls, like he has Dragon Balls.
Oh.
I like that better.
That's my friend.
You
You
have
poor
friends?
thing.
Well, he doesn't have to deal with me every day. He lives in Texas.
Ah.
So what were you
That's-
looking for in the saddlebags, Bucky?
Just
That's
anything
how
I
I
might
stay
need for
friends
the
with
night.
him
You
as
know,
well.
my toothbrush, my
Oh, sure, you get your
my toothbrush, a
sundries.
knife.
I assume you have all of your stuff with you, right? Like, we don't do encumbrance, but comically, you guys, especially you, Buchenwald, are carrying like
A retarded amount of stuff.
a polearm and swords and like a giant crystal sword and then another sword
have a
and
polearm?
a hammer.
When did I get a polearm?
Do you? I don't know. I just know that you're laid down with weapons and armor and stuff.
That's
what
because
was
I
it?
am a dwarf and we are a hearty people.
+1 scale mail, ring mail,
Chainmail.
chain shirt,
And I'm
chain
wearing
mail.
the Bulette armor.
Chain mail would be heavy armor.
Yeah.
Chainmail.
And a chain shirt would be medium armor.
What would be the difference as far as AC goes?
Well,
Casting?
if yeah, I was gonna say it'd be casting for Zoason.
Okay, so chain shirt is the medium one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with chain shirt then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, you also hear the sounds of music coming from inside, and especially you, Tegan. Being a cook yourself, this smells so good you're almost lifted off your feet like a cartoon as you drag yourself up the stairs into the inn, smelling this delicious exotic meat. And you enter the inn. Inside of the inn, you see it is a 30-foot by like 100-foot long room with a bunch of tables set up. It looks pretty dead in here tonight comparatively. You see little pockets of people sitting around you, and I can describe what they look like as you get closer to them. There is a short dwarven woman who comes up to you as you enter, and she has a nice dwarven lady beard and mutton chops and long, beautiful strawberry blonde hair. And she walks up to you, and she's wearing like kind of a typical barmaid outfit. And she looks you up and down, and she says, "Hey, welcome to the maniacal wildebeest. Sorry about the shit smell."
We've been used to worse.
At the moment, I can't smell any shit. Whatever the...
She motions to a group of halflings that are sitting in the corner, and she says, "They were playing some donkey game."
Donkey.
Okay. Look at that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
I can only imagine what that would be.
I'm gonna go to the inn's room. In the center.
In?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna find the exact center and sit in it.
Okay. So in the exact center of the room, there is like a little bit of a fireplace, like a little fire pit going.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there.
Okay, you sit in the fire pit and immediately immolate.
There's fire pit.
Go up in flames, and we have a lovely chicken dinner for the night.
You're now dust. Okay, so there are smaller chairs kind of closer down to the ground, almost like kiddie chairs, but wide enough to fit an adult, so you would sit kind of cross-legged on the ground with this chair. There's 6 of those placed around the fire that you can sit in and have one.
I'm not all that tall.
Oh yeah, you're like 5 foot something, aren't you?
So the adamantine shirt makes him immune to critical hits.
Yeah, 5 foot exactly.
Nice.
So I'm not all that tall either.
But you actually lose an AC on it, probably because it's medium armor. That's probably how they're compensating for it.
Okay.
What was he wearing? Oh, yeah.
He was wearing studded leather, which is light.
Okay.
So if you would, then, if you're cool with that, just type in ! Update.
Update.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, sorry.
You good?
So she says, "How many of you are there?"
Us 4, and then we have a friend staying with our mounts out in the stable.
Your friend sleeping in the stable?
He's a druid.
He tends to enjoy the company of animals.
He's a druid.
Yes. He's a lizard folk druid.
Well, just between you and me, we've had some trouble with druids lately, so I'd prefer it if he didn't come in anyway.
Well, fortunately for you, he is under our employ and would not have any trouble at all, so...
"Oh, you're military. I didn't even notice. Well, come on." And she motions you over, and she leads you to a nice prominent table with a little tablecloth. You guys have been in some shitty inns before, I'm sure, in your long and storied careers as adventurers. Mm-hmm. And this is a pretty nice one. It has tablecloths. There is a slight tinge of shit smell that you notice as you're walking over to the big tent, but for the most part you can smell like this meat being cooked, and you can smell mead and beer and stuff, and there's a pretty nice inn. There are stairs.
Join them at the big table.
Okay. They tell you have to sit at the kids' table. You have to sit with your nephews.
Get over there.
All right, so basically what this is going to be, guys, as far as what I have planned, is this is kind of a free-form, everybody at the bar has something in a story, so you guys can kind of just bullshit around and stuff, but that's what the campaign, the quest for tonight is.
Okay.
You'll be given the quest post-haste.
Via talking to people.
What was the lady's name again?
Beatrice.
Beatrice? Hey, Beatrice.
Yeah?
Could you be so kind as to bring me and my compatriots some food and drink?
We're having tacos today. It's Taco Tuesday.
But it's Sunday.
It's always Taco Tuesday at the Maniacal Wildebeest. And then she reaches into her pouch and she pulls out like a little, one of those things you blow into and the streamers at the end go, brrr. She blows
Only
into
this
that.
one's sad.
She blows into that. And she says it's always Taco Tuesday.
I'm gonna give Zoasin just like a look of like, what the hell? Be like, that sounds delicious.
She walks away.
Tacos
At your
are the
own
best
risk, sir.
best drunk food.
We don't know what kind of meat they're using here. Do you trust this inn?
I've been here before, and the food's always been better than most I've had.
You think you would have known about Taco Tuesday then?
With this Taco Tuesday you speak of, I will partake as well.
Better than our military rations, for sure.
That's for sure.
Most things are.
So, as you're looking around the tavern as well, you see there are two men, a dwarven man and a human male, sitting in a far back corner, and they look like they're in a deep discussion with each other. So they're leaned over the tables and they're kind of moving their hands, and they look like they're arguing about something.
Okay.
You also see a group of 3 halflings who are sitting at a table kind of close to you guys within like 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very drunk and very loudly now talking about how much they hate the military.
As I hear that,
There is also an elven man who's dressed in nice green robes, and he's sitting by himself, and he's also kind of eyeing you guys. Like not eyeing you in a way like he wants to pick a fight with you, but he's just kind of watching you with interest, and he looks like he's sipping on a wine of some kind.
He has a yellow exclamation point above his head, doesn't he?
I'm gonna try and listen in to the ones who are kind of talking softly amongst themselves while arguing, not making a little bit surreptitiously.
I'm gonna pull out a pipe and some tobacco, and I assume there's a candle on the table.
Oh yeah.
I'll light my pipe with the candle and start puffing on it.
Okay.
You've never smoked a pipe, have you?
No, I have not. Not actual tobacco, anyway.
I'm going to walk up with Tegan. Did you say you're going towards the gnomes, Tegan, or where are you headed?
I'm not heading anywhere. I'm just trying to listen into the table who seems to be arguing.
I'm going, but the two.
It's a nice church.
The dwarf and the human, right?
Say that again. You went robot on me.
Yeah, me too.
I went robot.
Yeah.
My internet's been all
email.
fucking crazy, so hopefully it doesn't kick me off tonight.
Brandon went
you
robot.
were trying to listen to the dwarf and the human who were having a discussion, right? You weren't trying to listen to the drunk halflings who were bitching about the military?
No, yeah. I don't care about that. I can deal with that.
Okay. The two guys in the corner are... You can't... Where you're sitting, they're probably like 50 feet from you. And they're talking in hushed tones. You would have to move up and get a lot closer to them to hear what they're saying.
Okay. So I didn't get nothing from my 11 perception.
Are they sitting next to the halflings?
No, everybody is pretty spaced out in their own little collectives. They are sitting like in the far corner of the room in a booth facing each other.
I'm gonna take my food and drink and move over to the lone elf, who looks nice.
Okay.
And I'm in my shabby drunkard clothes. I'm not wearing my nice stuff.
Okay.
All right, you take a seat and the elf motions. As you walk closer, the elf motions with a big smile for you to have a seat.
Oh, I'm invited.
Not used
that's
to
in my
this.
head. No.
I'll go ahead and just take a moment to kind of meander closer without making it appear that I'm moving up closer to them.
To the
Hero
two
moves
gentlemen you were
closer.
trying to listen to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyrrell moves closer, and the second he gets up on him, the dude just stabs him in the eye.
Right
I'm
now,
going
my
to,
good.
after you run through their encounters, I'm going to go up to the halflings.
Okay.
When I see Zoasin move to do something, I'll stand up and follow him. I don't want to be alone.
Understandable.
Come with me, buddy.
All right, so Tyrrell, you sit down beside this elf. I didn't give him a description. You would think I would have. He has long blonde hair with bits of like sticks and leaves sewn into it, almost like braids. And he's wearing, like I said, a green tunic, robe sort of deal.
He looks like a.
And you see beside
an elf
him,
a
not
little
on his
bit.
belt, but like sitting beside him is a long sword in a scabbard.
Hello, good sir.
Hello, my wayward child.
Not child. Or wayward, but. How are you doing?
I'm great. I saw you and your compatriots sitting across there. I was afraid to approach you, but I wanted to speak to you about something.
Oh, what's that? You don't have to be afraid. We're not a. We don't eat elf.
Well, the military's kind of looked down upon in this area. I wasn't sure. I've heard stories about some of your people and how violent they can be. Although you look like you're just traveling with them. You don't look like you're dressed in military garb at all.
That's correct. I'm not military at all.
So are you interested in hearing about our savior, Coralon Larathion?
God damn it. I will pass on that. I'm not very I'm not into switching my belief system.
Are you a Dorist?
What's a Dorist?
More like a Borist. Oh!
We say as we walk past them.
I think Brandon
exactly.
did describe that once, but I can't remember if that was.
He did.
Yeah.
I apologize.
What,
Please,
Dorist?
Please
Yeah.
explain Dorist.
Yeah, Dorist is like the Catholic religion of this world. They believe in one god, which is the god of Simondor, the planet that you're on. And then each of the other gods that people worship are more like saints. They're not fully adult. They're not full godhood. So Dorism has kind of started to spread throughout the kingdom, and most people are kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. We can worship all the gods, and then we just have to worship the planet we're on too. Sure.
Yeah. No. I'm a follower of Discord.
Excellent. Chaos and Discord.
Is Discord a god? I'm asking as DM, or are you just saying Discord is in the concept of Discord?
Discord is a god depending on which mythology you follow. Mythology, religion.
Okay, I mean in this specific case for you.
Yes.
Okay, Discord is a god. Okay.
In out of character, it's Greek, but I don't know if Discord is in what their name would be in other. There's probably a D&D equivalent.
Yeah. We'll just say
that way.
Discord because I don't know the full planes or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, child of Discord, and it looks like you fight with your fists.
Fists and claws, correct.
So you don't want to hear about Coralon Larathion.
I'll take a listen, but I'm not interested in changing my beliefs.
Okay, so this elf introduces himself at this point as Kieran, and he starts to describe how Coralon Larathion created this world, and he's very long-winded about what he's describing, so I'm making it as succinct as possible. Describing how Coralon Larathion controlled this world. The Kingdom of Pyrrah, the elves originally lived here before it was the Kingdom of Pyrrah. And when
You're going robot.
Am I still a robot?
Yes. And your camera froze.
My internet's going down probably.
No!
Oh no!
You're good. Just give it a minute.
Can you hear me still?
Yes,
Yep,
you're good.
Your robot's fixed, but your camera isn't.
Oh, it's
Oh,
fixed.
there we go.
It's fixed.
There we go. Yep, you're fixed now.
Okay. So yeah, how much did you hear about the elves living in the kingdom originally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then when the Demon King Pyrrah rose up, he conquered the kingdom and created Pyrrah as it is now. So the elves in this world believe that they don't belong to the kingdom of Pyrrha. The followers of Lorathion believe that they are just being occupied currently by the Demon King and the military, and that the elves will rise up again and take back their kingdom. So that's kind of the doctrine of Corellon, Lorathion.
Nice.
So essentially, they are the rebel army.
Yes.
Well, but maybe not as militant. Like, they're not actively trying to do this, are they?
Well, they said they're going to rise up.
Okay, so that conversation happens, and then since Rem is in the bathroom right now, we'll go
No,
with...
he's back.
Oh, is he?
He literally just sat down when you said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rem.
Hey, Ram.
Hey, Ram.
Everything
Oh,
come
hey,
out
everybody.
okay?
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No, not remotely.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
No.
So you get close to these two gentlemen who are arguing. How close do you want to get to them?
I mean, within earshot for an elf.
Okay. So you sit at their table and lay your head down between them.
What you doing?
I forgot that I was deaf.
Excuse me, fellas. Just
It
wanted
was-
to continue real fast.
me. Let me slip right in here.
It's from the shooting the antimatter rifle.
Yeah, that's true. Put out your elven ears.
Mm,
Okay, so roll another perception. As you get within like 15 feet of them, you sit down at a table.
1.
Bar or something.
yeah, probably will be a 1.
Zap.
Oh,
Check perks.
Purse.
Check Pierce.
Check.
Check.
There it
He's
went.
checking his purse,
Jesus.
guys. Taking as a man purse.
Took it long enough. After I had to really
16
think
for your
about it.
perception. Yeah, our internet's all being weird today. Your computer's being weird. My internet's making me a robot.
On the upside, we haven't really dropped much in the way of frames per second or total frames at all, so that's kind of nice.
Yay.
Our video still stutters, but there's no getting around that, really.
Yeah. You can hear over talking from what they're saying and from what you can kind of pick up on from the little bits and pieces of conversation. Because as I described, they're talking in kind of hushed tones like this, like, what are you doing? Kind of that. So you can pick up, but you get the idea that they are two mob bosses of differing mobs who are arguing over something. Some sort of attack or some sort of tax or something like that.
Attacks and a tax. That sounds that actually makes sense to not hear fully.
Yeah. One of them is a dwarf, as I described, who is very well dressed, and he has a big halberd behind his back, very nicely made halberd. And the other guy is a human with a closely cropped beard and like kind of greasy, slicked over hair, and you can't see a weapon on him.
Okay. In the way of things, like, were they were they tucked away? Like, were they over by the fireplace or something? And I'm just like leaning against the hearth, or
There's a fire pit in the center of this room.
that's right.
And then they are like off in the far right corner. If you just walked into the front door of this establishment, they are off in the far right corner in a corner booth.
Okay.
They being Strider.
Yeah. Is there
All right,
like
so
a,
that's what you can pick up from them.
Okay, is there like a window that's close or anything?
Yeah, there's windows throughout the room.
Okay, as far as like where I'm at, I'm just gonna like move up close to the window and look out it, just to make it seem that that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Are you, in doing that, are you trying to get closer to them to hear what they're doing?
Not really. I kind of picked up around about what I was gonna pick up.
Okay, so you're kind
I
of just
just-
covering your tracks.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious about like what they were whispering about, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to be loud and rowdy about not liking the military. It's another thing when you're looking suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
Sussy.
Sus.
You were a
They're
spy
toad
once.
sus.
You know what spies do.
Mm-hmm.
So was
But
I.
if they just seem like mob bosses, that's until they poke their heads into our business, that's none of mine.
You know how spy do.
Mm-hmm.
We know
about them
spies.
And then Buchenwald and Zoison.
Zoison is not here.
Okay.
I
Zoison
think
has
he went
died.
bio.
Zoison has left the building.
Well, let me go refill my drink too then. It's like Zoison and I are peeing together.
Yeah.
You're refilling your drink or peeing?
Both.
Or you're refilling your drink with your pee?
Or
'Cause
refilling
it's
drink
sterile
with
and you
his
like the
pee.
taste.
crossing the streams.
Don't cross the streams.
They're doing it.
And he comes back with a box of cheeses.
Curses!
I had to-
Cheez-Its.
I had to urinate and get Cheez-Its.
Oh
I
man, I
also
want
have
Cheez-Its.
I have the extra toasty ones.
I like the extra
See,
toasty ones.
he peed and got Cheez-Its. And
Brandon's peeing.
Brandon
and
is
getting
peeing into a cup to drink it.
coffee. Probably.
This is the ultimate accessory
Coffee
for
sounds
Cheez-Its.
so
Just
good.
saying.
Oh,
The ultimate edition for Cheez-Its.
extra toasty.
No,
no, Cheese Whiz.
Oh,
extra
You
sharp,
know,
baby.
cheese.
Extra sharp.
Hey.
Hey. So, what did you learn from that?
They're basically two mob bosses, and they're either arguing about an attack or a tax.
A tax, like good tax.
Right. Or a
Oh,
bad
good.
tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that is
Oh,
affecting
brass-
the
Brass,
business.
on
brass
the
tax. Possibly brass.
all taxes are bad.
be.
What are you talking about?
But Brandon is moving up to you next, so
Yeah. We are going to go intimidate the fuck out of the halflings. Join the military or die.
starting shit.
I was half tempted to stretch while walking to the table and knocking the halflings over, but that was. I don't really have a reasoning for it.
Yeah, because you're not
There's
military.
blood
God
everywhere.
damn it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Did it lock up again?
What? I'll give you something to lock up.
Ooh.
He will. He'll do it.
Lock up your sphincter.
Lock up that dick.
All of my cats
There
are
it went.
asleep.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
No, I
I
was
lost
just
it,
looking
dude.
at my newer knife that I bought. And it's all fucked up.
Better be talking about in-game knives, because we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and both.
Cut the
Yeah,
table
it's-
talk.
Zoison, you and Buchenwald approach the halflings who are looking at you and loudly, drunkenly talking about how much they hate the military. And
As we
you
walk up,
I'm
as
gonna
you
walk up.
one of them leans over to another and whispers something, and then they all three look at you guys and laugh.
I'm gonna throw out my arms and I'm gonna go, yes, thank you, and then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
I'm gonna spread my arms out. From them is going to come a color spray of rainbows that's going to sprinkle down upon them and turn them each into one of the major races of the area. So like one's gonna look like a goblin, just as a trick. It's not gonna be permanent at all. It's just gonna be for the, prestidigitation. and then each of the mugs they're holding is going to turn into what looks to be a frog with its mouth open, and they're going to be holding their leg and arm that's put together. They're like, look at these magnificent tricks I bring to you. My performance assistant, Buckenwald Anvil Arm. Take a bow. Take a bow.
What are you doing, Bucky?
We're gonna elbow.
I was gonna do something else, but if he's, actively making these people look like things, then I guess there's no point.
Do you take a bow?
No.
We're your dinner side entertainment this evening, and we've come to bring goodwill from the Pyrrah military to you. Might I get
Okay, so
your
as soon
name?
as you cast the prestidigitation and they change, they all look at each other, and like one of them falls off a bar stool and spills beer all over himself. Another one gets up and starts like wiping himself off like he can wipe the magic off. And then the third one looks like he's starting to look for a weapon. And they're all yelling and cursing in halfling.
No, it's just a trick, a party trick. I'll cancel the prestidigitation.
Okay. The one that fell to the ground and spilled beer on himself stands up and he brushes the beer off and then wavily walks over to you and he points a little halfling finger into your belly button and he says, "Why don't you get the hell out of here?"
As he does that, my two silver Goro arms that were tucked behind my back underneath my cloak are going to come out and grab a hold of his arm. Not hard. They're just going to grab a hold of his wrist.
I'm just gonna stand there and puff on my pipe.
Okay, roll a attack.
Like this. Well, I don't want to attack him. I just want to grab him.
Well, just to hit him.
Okay.
I know you're not attacking him, but just to actually grab him. Maybe he's a quick halfling.
Maybe versus his dex?
It'd be versus his AC.
Okay, a 14 plus. Do I add my attack bonus and stuff?
Yeah. Your proficiency bonus went up also when you gained this level, so everything you have went up.
Did it?
One.
I don't know. Did it automatically change on my character sheet?
Yeah, it should have.
It should. You should have a proficiency of +3 now.
No, mine's +4.
I have +4.
Your unarmed strike is +4, so.
So you got an 18.
So 18. Well, yeah, 18.
Oh my
Okay.
lord.
Yeah, you rip his arm off.
No.
I'm
No.
kidding.
No, I just wanted to grab it in a friendly manner.
Yeah.
Like as if to shock
And just
him.
start shaking his hands.
If I shock him that I had two, and then I'm gonna reach over with my real hand and go lips
I thought you were just gonna boop him.
and give a big smile.
Like,
He starts yelling where your robot freak arms have come out from behind your back and have grabbed him, and he starts yelling, and then he stops when you his lips for a moment.
And then we laugh. We have
And
a good laugh.
the halfling that was looking for a weapon hops up on the table and he says, "What the hell is you doing here?"
after that, I'm going to snuff out my pipe, put it back in my pocket. I'm wearing the Bulette armor, right?
Right.
I'm gonna do the thing you told me the Bulette armor can do, and just like dig underground, and then show up behind the halfling.
You're gonna destroy the floor,
Okay.
Bucky. Think about this.
Yeah,
Think about this.
You
I
do
thought-
destroy the floor.
I am worth it.
Okay.
We have money. I'll fucking take it out of my fucking gold.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
And then I pop up. I'm like, we're just trying to have a good time.
But as he goes underground, I'm going to say, "We're the entertainment." Did I not say that beforehand?
And that's
Why
when
are you
Bucky
dressed
pops
like
up and
military?
says,
Well,
We're just trying to have a good
we
time.
thought it would be funny.
Oh wait, so you're not military?
Only
Well,
on days and then and why?
and then
They're
Mandarin
drunk, so I'm hoping they
speaking.
get that.
Shit, we thought you were the Pyrrah military walking around with our taxes hanging all over you like loaded treasure chests.
No, we found all of this.
Let me just say this.
That makes a good excuse
Yeah.
for me not being dressed in it.
Let me just say this. We wanted to come over and just see what you guys are up to, provide a little bit of entertainment, and we'll be on our way. Can you tell us any news about the area or your travel to this area?
Yeah, we were traveling up from Hope's Hollow, back where we live. We brought up a whole bunch of cows to trade for them. That's what they're cooking up here tonight, some of that.
Okay.
It smells delicious.
And what is your trade? Do you have a trade?
Oh, we're brewers and ranchers.
Brewers and ranchers.
I'm a brewer.
We hear from the elf table.
Well, let me just tell you something. And as I have his hand with my two Goro hands, I'm gonna slap two hands on the shoulders in a friendly manner, and I'm gonna jerk him in close suddenly and whisper in his ear, "If you ever poke me in the chest again, I will gut you like from navel to fucking nape." And then I'm gonna go and give him a nice little smack and let go of him. Anyway, guys.
He stumbles backwards onto his ass.
Anyway, guys, do you know of any town rumors? And I'm going to look at the ones at the table and not the one that I just let him stumble into his ass.
No, wait. He would have stumbled back into me because I showed up right behind him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
did.
He bumps into you.
And Bucky's like...
And my big buff dwarvenness.
This is the
So what'd
weirdest,
you ask the others? I'm sorry.
this is the weirdest intimidation I've ever tried to
If he
pull
saw
off.
any,
Rumors.
heard any rumors, know any rumors.
Okay. Well, and the one standing on the table has now sat down on the table and he's dipping his finger in what's left of a spilled beer and licking it. He says, well, those two guys in the corners, mob bosses.
Uh-huh. What
They
about
come in
it?
here sometimes. They've been being attacked and they're blaming each other for it.
Well, but are they really attacking each other?
I don't know. They've been attacked by, from what I hear, and he kind of looks around and he glances back at the holy man that's talking to Tyrrell, and he gives a long eye at him and he says, they're druids.
What?
They're getting attacked by druids. Druids is coming up in animal masks, turning into animals and attacking them.
Wow. Well, hey, let me buy the next round since you guys have been so generous, and I'll flick a gold coin onto the table. And I'm sorry about that beer.
Yay, military! They say in unison.
And I'm gonna grab Bucky by the put my arm around him and like walk him a few steps over and go, God, I hate having to act like that for these fucking plebs.
If only they knew what we really do for them.
Mm-hmm. I know, unappreciated.
Yep.
Anyway, where do you want to go, Buck? You want to get a couple?
At this point, you guys hear a loud bang come from the table back in the corner. And Tegan, you see this because you're standing pretty close to it. The dwarven man has slammed his hands down on the table and he says, "That's enough of this." And he storms out of stands up from the table that he's at and storms upstairs very huffily.
Does he come by me or Bucky?
I mean, he's at the far back of the inn and he's walking up towards the front. So you guys could walk near him or intercept him if you wanted to.
Yeah, what I was gonna say
I'll
was
let Zosin do that.
I was gonna make it look like an accident, but kind of act like I trip over my robe or my cloak of displacement. Act like I trip over it and kind of bump into him in front of him to stop him a moment. And I'm gonna use my perception to gauge what he has on him. Is he armed? Is he finely armed? Is he clothed shittily? Does he have a pouch?
Okay.
Ooh, baby. 17.
It was the dwarf, right?
Yeah, this was the dwarf.
So the dwarf is
I
fine.
got a 17 plus my perception, or what do you want me to use?
Yeah, you can do a perception.
17 plus... I think I dumped a lot in perception. 5. Okay, so 23.
23. Okay. You notice he has a big halberd on his back.
Mm-hmm.
He has pouches on him. He has at least one prominent gold pouch. As a rogue, you can tell this isn't just a pouch of gold like a commoner would have, or a pouch of copper. This is a hard leather pouch tied over that it would take some work to get into to steal gold. But you can kind of hear the jingle of gold from it as he moves. And you also notice on his lapel, very small, but you happen to notice the symbol of the Pyrrah military, the claw in front of the multicolored pyramids.
I'm going to give Bucky a Striking Viper's hand signal and that says, "Let's follow him out."
Okay.
And I'm going to say, "Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Allow me to help. I'm sorry." I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and help him up with grabbing his arm. And I know he didn't fall, but just kind of like steady him.
Yeah, like you trip and then kind of grab him a little bit, like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he violently brushes your hand off of his shoulder and he says, "Unhand me."
What? Sir, you disrespect me.
He goes to storm past you.
He bumps into me.
I'm going to hand signal to Bucky and I'm going to quietly follow him out.
Okay.
He's
And as
heading
I
upstairs.
do that, I'm going to shoot a look to Tegan and Tyrrell and give him like a one moment.
I was gonna go talk to the human.
Yeah, go ahead.
was-
Do it.
I
I'll
was
follow
going
this
to,
guy
but
out.
okay.
You go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, you guys can both go.
Up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tyrrell, you see all this as you're talking to this elf who's going on and on about the Lorathian religion, the elven religion. So you see this happen, like as you're talking, you see Zoason and Buchenwald kind of have a little scuffle with the halflings. And then the dwarfs stand up and storm out, and then Zoason and Buchenwald have a little scuffle with the dwarf. They're just scuffling all over the place.
You know
at
what?
any
I changed
point-
my mind. I'm going with Zosin.
Okay.
I sigh, drink some more.
Okay.
But
You're just gonna stay the course?
stay the course, but kind of like angle my chair so that I can jump out at any point and assist with anything if it gets to that point.
Okay. Kieran, the elf you're talking to, leans in and he motions like very lightly with his thumb towards the human that was sitting with the dwarf before the fight broke out. And he says, "You know, he's a pretty bad guy."
Seems so. He looks so.
Yeah. He's bought up a bunch of farmland and he's razing it, burning it all.
Well, that's definitely not something I would condone. I like food.
We all like food. It's good for us. It's good for the animals. He's trying to raise the price of the crops that he does own, I guess. I don't know exactly how that works, but something about if he destroys
Supply, more
competition.
demand. Yeah, less supply. Control the supply. You can up the price.
I'm not sure what the story with the other dwarf was. Something about a mercenary company, I think.
Maybe farm security.
Could be. I've never seen that dwarf around here before.
Interesting. Very interesting. Takes another gulp.
And forgets everything the entire conversation he just had.
I'm a professional drunk, sir.
We're talking about your character, not you in real life.
Both.
All right, and Tegan, you were going to talk to the human?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Is
so
he making any movement to get up or anything?
no.
Okay.
In fact, he motions to Beatrice and he raises one finger like, "Bring me another drink."
All right. I'm gonna pop over to him. What on earth was that about?
What do you mean? The dwarf?
Yes. Seems like you upset him quite a bit.
Oh, you know how those dwarves are, always trying to get more money for things.
Yeah, they definitely can be. But he seems like he has a bit of affluence to him himself.
I don't
gonna
know
go
what
ahead
that
and-
means.
I'm going to go ahead and sit down. It means he got money.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He kind of scoots a little bit when you sit down, so he's staring at you more eye to eye. Exactly, he's got money. I don't know why he's trying to ring me.
I'm going to lower my voice and say, so I heard that there was some kind of attacks. Is there anything you all need assistance with?
He gives a big sigh and he says, "You're military?"
I am.
Maybe you can do something about the druids that have been attacking my people on the road.
Oh my god, I forgot what they're called.
Druids.
The bar wench, there we go. The bar wench mentioned something about druids being troublesome. Do you have more information?
They've been coming at us at night on our farms, wearing animal masks, wooden masks of rabbits and lizards and cats. He seems a little drunk at this point as he's talking. Maybe a bear in there too. Who knows? Who knows in the dark?
And
they've been slaughtering our people.
Why have they been doing this?
I don't know. They haven't said anything. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to hire this mercenary to guard my farms, and everything was going great until I told him exactly what he was up against. And then he tried to double what I'd offered him. Well, we'd already discussed.
That fellow's a mercenary?
He's a mercenary troop.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
He owns a mercenary troop. He's the head of the mercenaries. He has a whole group underneath him that he works with.
Ah, that makes more sense, because usually people like that don't do the dirty work themselves.
He had that halberd, though. I'm not as scared of him, though.
I'm sure that he is capable, but that doesn't mean that he gets his hands dirty very often if he's the boss. So, what all else can you tell me about the druid attacks? Do they happen in any kind of frequency? Is it random? Is it during... You look like you're a bit of a farmer yourself, mayhaps?
I'm a farmer, yeah. They come at night, but not in the dead of night. They come when the sun is still barely setting and they have torches. And they make it known. They don't come in secret. They show up out of the woods with torches and these animal masks on and just descend onto my people.
What all do they do? I mean, do they... aside from killing your people, do they destroy the property as well, or... It seems
they burn any houses that are built on the land.
It seems very peculiar to me that druids would set fire to something, even if it is housing. I mean, sure, I
just know they worship nature.
Land,
they're not happy about what we've been doing lately.
And what is it that you've been doing?
We bought up a whole bunch of farmland that wasn't being used. I don't know if they have a problem with that. They think it's something to do with they own the land or whatever. But I own the land. He reaches in his pouch and he pulls out a deed and he says, "I own the land."
It's probably best that you not carry around your deed like that.
Yeah. As the DM, I realized right before I did that I was like, man, maybe he just shouldn't carry around the fucking deed with him.
I mean, I like the idea of him just being a dumbass.
It's a copy.
Yeah.
There's also dirt on it. There's dirt on all of them.
Dirty deeds. And he did them dirt cheap too.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should give that to your accountant or something.
It's a copy, guys. It's a copy.
What the fuck is an accountant?
It's what we like
easy
to call
score.
in the business a bean counter.
It's called an exchequer in olden times.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An X checker. That's cool.
Checker. Checking the X's.
Uh,
Making sure the
Zosin
T's are
and
dotted and the
Buckenwald,
I's are crossed.
Okay, so
you guys were wanting to follow this dwarf as he stormed out, but he was not storming out of the inn. He was storming upstairs to a room.
yep,
Okay.
that's where we're going. As soon as we get out of the main entrance and Bucky's behind me, I'm going to, and we get like half or up to the landing of the top of the stairs, I'm going to say, Dwarf, exaltate extolo Enterog, which means exalt, praise Enterog, which is our Pyrrah military leader, correct?
Mm-hmm.
See if that has
And you
any
say
round.
that in Dwarven?
Well, no, that's just what I just said was in Latin.
It's like that would be like the
But it's like our
like how Marines
in
say
God
Semper
we
Fi.
trust, or it's like our national.
It's the military. It's the military jargon.
Okay.
Just like
no, it's
Bucky
our
just said.
military motto, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like
was
Bucky
it again?
said.
Let me write it down.
Exaltate extolo Enterog, which just means exalt, praise Enterog. That's our, we're the military of Enterog, so any military man of Pyrrha military would recognize that as our, like Heil Hitler, but not for Hitler, because Hitler's a bad motherfucker
Semper
that we
Fi.
hate. Yeah, Semper
Semper
Fi. Yeah, that would be sort of like that. Yeah.
Semper Fi might be a little bit better than Hitler.
That was
I
what
was just
Bucky said originally.
Mentioning
I don't
it
think you guys heard him.
as a comparison of how they used it. Like
Yeah, I know.
remember the Alamo, except on a grander, more, I don't know.
He turns and he does like a sharp boots click together and he gives you the Pyrrha military symbol,
We salute.
the rank of a salute.
Yeah.
And he says, military boys, huh?
Yeah, we're actually part of the special ops crew, the Striking Vipers. Forgive our buffoonery downstairs. We were trying to gather intel. What's going on with you? You seem troubled.
I was meeting with that human down there. He was supposed to pay me and my mercenary group a certain amount of money, and then when I get here, he tells me that they're being attacked by some wackos in animal masks. That's not what we signed up for, so I tell him he owes me double. Suddenly he gets real insulting. He says, you dwarves, that's what you always want, it's just that. So I went to slap him, but I held my hand because I said, Bosco, you're a good dwarf. You don't need to backhand this man. So I slammed down and I came upstairs.
Okay, so who exactly is this man? By the way, I'm Zeosin, the Mad Dog, and this is Buckenwald Anvilarm. We're part of the Striking Vipers. Our leader, Tegan, is downstairs. We've come here for different reasons, but if you're a military man and you're part of a detachment that has a mission, we might be interested in helping, possibly. If we have time.
I'm not military anymore.
Oh, retired military.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could say that.
I'm gonna roll an insight. Is he like putting me on here? Is he a stolen valor motherfucker?
Or is he a dishonorable discharge?
You might want to roll, Bucky. I got a 7.
Okay. What would I roll?
Insight.
And insight.
Okay. Got an 18.
Woo!
He definitely was in the military. You get the idea from the way he said it and from people you've talked to in the military before who've been dishonorably discharged that that's probably what happened. He was probably kicked out of the military.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stop Zosin from talking.
Yeah,
What
I'm
did
not
you
gonna
do?
talk. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go.
Okay. What did I do? Oh, to get
Yep.
kicked out of the military?
Yup. There's an air about people who've been dishonorably discharged. I'm not holding anything against you, it's just I noticed.
I loved the military. I really did. I got caught selling weapons in between different military units and marking up the price. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't kill a commander. I'm just a businessman at heart.
Could I roll something to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, you can roll another insight.
Insight or perception?
Insight.
matter?
Perception would be more with your eyes.
Okay. 21!
Damn. He seems on the up and up, at least as much as a disgraced military man can be on the up and up.
Okay. Oh, at least you didn't do anything too egregious.
Nah, just selling weapons. If you ever want to get out of the military and make the real cash, I have a mercenary group.
If I want to make the real cash, mercenary work is not where I'm going.
He kind of looks you up and down and he says, "You're dressed like mercenaries. You got the military cloak, but the rest of everything, nothing you have is standard issue."
Yes, that's because we are a very special group of people. You see that adamantine armor my cohort here is wearing?
Pull
He looks
cloak
over.
apart, and then I'm gonna show one of my extra arms.
Wow, you really are mercenaries.
You want to
No.
watch?
Special ops.
We're
Special
ops.
Well, look, if you can take care of these wackos coming out of the woods with masks on, I'd have some money in it for you.
Are they elf?
What are the masks
human?
of?
What are they?
I don't know. They've never made it out. They've never caught one. I mean,
Where in proximity to the inn does this normally take place?
oh, I don't know. Could be a mile. Could be 20 miles. He's got a lot of land.
Okay.
Has there been anything specific that they've been looking for when attacking?
No, from what he
Uh-oh.
Money.
Camera.
You're muted, Rem.
Said he might have lost that internet.
Yep. He did the Markiplier E.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
He's
back.
back.
was
He
I
went
gone.
E.
For a
Yeah.
minute, yeah. You said,
You
well.
just froze
You
completely.
said, well.
Well,
You went,
I don't
Well,
remember
he,
what I
I
was
think, is
saying.
what it was.
I asked, like, if there's been any sort of thing
They're
to
looking
provoke
for,
the attacks.
or what they're
Oh
looking
no,
for.
he said that. Well, he who I was talking to downstairs, Jeffrey, says that they just come and attack randomly. They just kill people and burn stuff.
What is the surname of this Jeffrey? Is it
Blackman.
Bezos? He's buying everything up, burning it. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it.
What'd you say it was again?
His name was Jeffrey. Leckman.
No, I meant the-
Lekman.
Okay, yeah. Just so I had it clear on the thing.
Yeah.
Well, what was your name, sir? Dwarf?
Bosco.
Bosco?
Bosco the
decide-
Bold.
We're on an important mission to save one of our friends' lives, but if we have time, we'll contact you. Have a good evening. And then I'm going to depart and go back down with Tegan. If you want to stay and talk to him, Bucky, you can. For sure.
Nah, Buchenwald's hungry. Buchenwald needs his tacos.
Heard that.
He goes into his room. As you walked up this hallway, or as you walked up the stairs, there's a long hallway with rooms on either side. There's the smaller rooms are on the left, the bigger rooms are on the right, because those rooms are over the first floor, like the way it's built. So you head downstairs. Tegan, you are having your conversation with Jeffrey still.
Tegan?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we have finished said conversation about what his take on the whole druid thing is, I'm going to say, well, That's interesting. I will give it some thought and get back a hold of you. I must confer with my compatriots and have some tacos.
As you stand up, you notice two of the halflings going outside. The third halfling, the one that spilled beer all over himself, is sitting on a stool and has a deck of cards, and he's kind of doing this with the cards. Shuffling, that's the word I'm looking for. He is shuffling the cards.
You're doing
And
it.
you guys reconvene at your table, and I assume you give all the information you've gathered to this point to one another.
I was gonna ask Zosin?
Yes, sir.
I would have Buckenwald fill me in on the information that you guys have gathered. Would you please follow those halflings and check on
Yellow Jacket?
Yellow Jacket? If this druid problem that I'm sure you have been clued in on as well is an issue, then we may want to keep an eye on our druid compatriot.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go out and do it. I stand up.
Well,
Well,
no, I wanted
he
Zosin to
Buck-
do it because he's the
Yeah,
rogue.
I have
Oh, okay.
roguish abilities.
Okay, fair enough.
So, real quick, a couple of things, DM. I see them leave. I see them starting to leave. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Now, I'm going to follow them casually, like I have to go outside and take a piss around the back of the building. When we get outside, what do the streets look like? Is there like an alleyway I could duck into for a quick moment?
This is pretty much just an inn out in the middle of nowhere. There's not other buildings around it besides like where the stable is built into the actual building itself.
Okay.
I would say there's probably an outhouse
Okay.
as well.
Oh, well, I just need like a dark corner. Can I find like a dark corner where I wouldn't be seen by anybody on the streets or in the area?
Yeah, you could probably find a dark corner somewhere if you wanted to do a
What I'm wanting to
stealth.
do is cast a spell real quick. And I'm wanting to cast... Hold on. What the fuck? Why is there...
Invisibility.
Yeah, invisibility.
Cloak of displacement. Send your displacement to go take a piss.
Well, no, I'm just gonna... No, no. I hit the wrong thing.
No.
No.
No, not the wrong
No.
thing.
No. All right, yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility, and then I'll follow them after that quietly. Okay.
Okay. So roll a stealth.
Okay. I got a 16.
16 on the dice or 16 total?
16 on the dice, but I'm invisible. Do I get advantage or no?
Yeah, you should. I'll roll what they get, and if they beat it, then you can roll again.
Okay.
But his what's his stealth modifier?
Oh wait, they just have
I know
passive
it's
perception
ridiculous.
is what it was.
I'm looking. My stealth is... Fuck.
Plus 8.
It's like plus quite a bit.
The phone's running so slow. Plus 8.
Yeah.
16
And
plus 8.
Okay.
24.
with the medium armor, it gives you disadvantage on it. But if you have advantage because of the invisibility, then it just basically cancels out.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, you beat their passive perception, so I always forget about passive perception. Yeah, so you follow them. They go out to the stable, and it looks like they're looking for a donkey. It looks like they're looking for their donkey, and they can't find it, and they start arguing about, you didn't tie it up. I did tie it up. And they're stepping through the mud and the straw, and they're arguing about the donkey.
I told you,
I'm
you
gonna
don't know
stick
how to
around.
make any knots.
You can go back to them if
You
you want.
not,
while
my
I stick
guy.
around and see what they do.
I told you I know how to make knots. I've been making knots for 30 years.
The only thing you know how to make is a granny knot, and that's it. You don't know how to hitch nothing.
Obviously, they're not very good knots if you've been making the same shitty knots for 30 years.
The only thing you know how to hitch is a cock, okay?
Wait a minute. That's a play on my last name.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
All right, you guys who are still in the bar at this point hear a loud crash coming from upstairs and a thud.
Ooh.
I dart upstairs.
All right, you dart upstairs.
I follow suit.
I'm gonna
with a
immediately
taco in
look
hand.
in the direction of that.
Of course, with the taco in hand.
I'm still here.
All right.
I'm double fisting fucking alcohol.
I'm gonna take a quick look in the corner of where
A
the
single drop as I go up the stairs.
of where the man was. Is the man still there? In the corner?
The man is still there.
Okay.
Does he look
I'm
startled?
going to.
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot some striking Viper's hand signals at Tegan and be like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy as I put a taco in my mouth.
I give a nod.
As I go down on this taco. Wait, what?
Huh?
Huh?
Wait? Huh?
Listen, Tim.
All right, so you guys head upstairs and you can't tell exactly where the sound came from, although you assume it came from the room of the dwarf. Because he's the only person who was upstairs.
I'm
we
still
know
going
of.
full speed, so I just go full speed straight into that door.
Another
Okay.
crash.
Yeah.
All right, you full speed into the door. The door is locked, so if you want to roll a strength check. Or you use Dex as a monk, don't you?
Yeah.
You can roll a Dex check instead if your strength is...
Can I
Worse.
point of order something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Both Tyrrell and I do not know what room he went into.
Oh, I
That's
know.
true.
Tyrrell is
Okay.
just smashing through the first door he runs into, I assume.
Okay.
Well, could I make an educated guess on where it came from based on location from where I heard it?
Yeah, there's 3 rooms on the right and 5 rooms on the left. From where you heard the sound, you can tell that it came from one of the rooms on the right.
Then I'm not gonna go full bore into a door
Okay.
because I don't know which door it is. I'm gonna knock on every single door. I'm gonna knock and I'm gonna run past every door and just knock.
Okay. 2 of the doors you notice are cracked, like ajar slightly.
I knock
And
harder
as
on
you-
those.
As you knock on those, the first one kind of swings open a little bit more, and you see that the room looks empty. The second room is locked. You knock on the door, and the door is completely closed. And then the third door is also ajar. And as you knock on that, you kind of peek into the open room and see that it's empty as well. Looks like it's not being stayed in at all.
Said there was 5 on the right.
3 on the right, 5 on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will go full bore into the locked door.
Okay. Damn.
Caw!
So how do you break this door down? Or break the lock to open the door anyway?
Liu Kang flying dragon kick.
All right.
He kicks on the hinge side because that would be the weaker point.
And wherever you kick, the door just thump and completely falls off of its hinges and down into the room. And you see a bloody scene as the dwarf that you had talked to earlier, or you had seen earlier, lays dead on the floor with blood pouring out of his chest.
I'm gonna go up to him. Is he laying face down in a puddle of his blood, or?
He is face up.
Okay, and there is some kind of a hole in his chest, or
You can do a medicine to see exactly what happens with his chest because he has leather armor on.
okay. Let me do a medicine check then. I just want to say that I'm glad that we're all friends here.
As he's doing the medicine check, I'm just going to finish eating this taco. And I'm going to stand up, grab my mug of ale or whatever I was drinking, and then grab, like, I assume there's a pitcher of it and a couple empty mugs.
I look down at the body and go, Jim, this man's dead.
And I'm going to walk over to where the man was, plunk one of the mugs down in front of him and say, "You didn't seem very startled by that." Take a sip.
Startled by what? The loud noise upstairs?
Yeah.
Why would I be startled by that? There's loud noises all the time. It's an inn.
Yeah, but this inn is very sparsely patroned at this moment. And the only person I know to be up there was that dwarf you were talking to earlier.
I don't know. Maybe he's doing some weird dwarf sex shit.
True.
Has he not looked at me yet?
No, he hasn't looked at you. He's still
So he-
looking down at his
He
drink.
doesn't necessarily know I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's seen you at some point.
Okay. Why does everyone always assume dwarves do weird sex shit?
Because look
I
at
just
him.
say, I don't say to anything, I just say offhandedly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dwarves
You
live
want that?
forever.
Do you want an answer to that?
No.
have you seen what you do?
Well, it seems everyone else in this room was a little bit taken aback by something like that happening. And you didn't move a muscle. Not even, like, move your head to look.
Roll a persuasion.
Let me just get my persuasionness out of here.
1.
Well, if that was the case, it would at least be a 7, because my persuasion modifier is +6.
Yeah, but
I refill my
a 1
drink
is always a
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Got a 10.
It had a 1 in it.
Hopefully wait, is this guy just the dumbass, or?
Well, I mean, he's not
I think the
that
halflings
dumb.
are the dumbasses.
Yeah.
I'm the dumbasses.
I'll give you a dumbass.
Please.
No, it's Dumas.
Chewing gum has become my new vice.
There are worse things.
Yeah. I miss caffeine.
Drink it.
I can't. I have to wait until the end of the month. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, it says there's
Brandon,
like-
I rolled
You
a
flubbed your
10.
persuasion check.
Damn it. I thought, wasn't this guy kind of stupid?
He was stupid in matters of land ownership.
Okay. Maybe stupid in matters of talking to people?
He's a businessman at heart. He's not a great businessman, but he's a businessman. He says, I don't know what you want me to tell you, man.
Well,
You can choose to roll a persuasion yourself, Bucky, to see if he's telling you the truth on the matter or not.
That would be an
will-
insight to see if he's telling you the truth.
Yes.
I will do that.
I always get him wrong.
Got a 14.
14. He seems like he doesn't care. He seems like maybe he knows what's up, maybe he doesn't. He just seems very ambivalent to the whole thing.
Oh, someone else died. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. Someone I
This
didn't
is-
like died. Who cares?
This is medieval times. People die left and right.
Yeah.
Fair.
People shit themselves to death every day.
God, I
Alright,
feel
so-
like that's what I do.
I'm going to. Okay. Well, enjoy your drink. And I'm just going to walk back and eat another taco.
All right, the guys in the crime scene, Tyrrell and Tegan, you guys can roll investigations.
Okay. So
I have a +0, so maybe I'll just help him.
Okay.
That's a perception, not an investigation.
What'd you do a sleight of hand for?
I don't know.
The money on the dude's in the dude's pouch. He
So
is a
you're
criminal
just-
at heart.
Giving me a hand on.
Yeah, I have a +0, so it's probably better if you do in the investigation.
Well, thank God for
Respectable
that.
18.
I think yours was better with a +1.
All right, so you hit all three. I had 3 separate points of order, depending on what level you got as far as your investigation goes. You got all 3 with that advantage.
Okay.
So as you're looking around, you notice his window is open, and not just open, but broken inwards, like something came from through the glass of his window. At the
Okay.
base of the window, you notice some mud and straw kind of scattered around,
Okay.
especially right at the entrance to the window.
Okay.
You notice by looking at his armor and by looking at kind of his chest that his chest was clubbed in, and that's what killed him. Something clubbed him in the chest hard.
Clubbed. Okay.
And you notice his belongings are still
Okay.
there as you're searching him, minus his gold.
Is this Rob Dugan clubbed to death?
I don't get that one.
Hey, I mean,
It was a song that was very popular in The Matrix.
What's the Matrix?
Her, her, her.
No, I'm serious. I don't know what the
Um,
Matrix is.
all right. So, as to the clubbing of the chest, does it look like there's claw marks accompanying them, or does it
No.
look like it's just like a blunt object crushed his chest and enough to have his ribs pierce outward, and that's why there's all the blood?
Or the DM doesn't understand how anatomy works.
You could have just said yes.
Clubbing in your chest would kill you. It just depends on how hard you get hit.
Yeah. It could, and it depends where too. You could actually club somebody
Yeah.
right in the heart and
Sternum?
stop
Yeah.
their heart. Yeah.
If you hit right above the heart hard enough, it will stop.
You can roll another medicine to see Rem.
Okay.
Since you have this new information.
As a aside, when I played baseball in high school, my coach made me wear
I
a
have
heart guard.
+3 in medicine in wisdom. Do you want me to help, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it, and I can help as we shoot
Okay.
ideas back and forth.
Was that check? Medicine ADV. 22.
There we go.
He was clubbed or hit with something blunt twice in the chest.
Okay.
Once on the right side of his ribs and once on the left side of his ribs. And that's what killed him.
Damn.
I state this matter-of-factly.
All right.
He was hit twice. Once on this side, once on this side. That's how he died.
I'm gonna go over to the window and check the mud and straw that has come in,
Okay.
and I'll do a nature check on that. Survival, I guess, right? Or
Nature.
knowledge nature?
I can assist.
What, with the nature?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're assisting all over the place. You guys are fucking Sherlock Holmesing this shit.
Yeah.
Which one's Watson?
Me.
I mean, if we both have nature, we might as well work together.
I have a
It was
plus 0, so.
It was a good choice to have Tyrrell come up.
Yeah.
All right, check.
Even if he's
Nature.
drunk off his ass.
Yep. He's a functional drunk.
Look at that.
Yeah, functional.
A drunctional.
24.
You know what's funnier than 24?
69.
We have solved.
25.
We have solved life.
We have solved world hunger.
This is mud and straw from a stable. It has like a smell of shit to it. And just wet mud.
It has a consistency of poo.
Okay. Does it seem like it's the stable that's close? Like it's very fresh mud?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy who attacked him probably passed through the stable. Gotcha.
Can we hear anything from outside? Can we hear the halflings arguing about their donkey?
Yes.
Donkey.
Well, I'm with them, right?
Yeah, you're with the halflings.
I posit that the man whoever killed this guy stole their donkey.
Hmm. That's a good posit.
About this time, Zoison, you notice, and you guys who are at the window also listening, hear the halflings start to yell and cheer as Yellow Jacket leads their donkey back to them.
Apparently, I am wrong.
I'm going to be hiding out of the way, obviously invisible, but I'm going to see what Yellow Jacket says to them.
Yellow Jacket is telling them that he saw their donkey escaping, running out from behind the back of the inn. And he chased them on foot, the donkey, until he caught up with them and led them back. And they're cheering and thanking Yellow Jacket and saying, "Yeah, you got him back. You got back.
You got my ass back."
You got my..."
I am curious, out of character, what does Yellowjack use as a weapon?
Yellow Jacket uses a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got old Betty or a donkey back.
Yeah,
We're
Betty,
so
that's who it
grateful,
is.
lizard man.
Thanks, Lizard. You did her again.
Gee, thanks, lizard.
Lizard.
I guess the scales of justice
Oh,
work again.
shucks.
So after he does this exchange with them, does Yellow Jacket leave?
Yellow Jacket goes back to the stable where he is, and he moves to where his badger is and kind of curls up beside the badger again.
Okay. I'm going
And the
to...
halflings go to lead the donkey into the tavern.
Okay. I'm going to walk over in front of Yellow Jacket, and as the halflings leave, I'm going to, about 10 feet from Yellow Jacket, end my invisibility spell.
Okay. He looks startled for a moment and goes to reach for his weapon and then recognizes you, and he says, "Oh, Zoison, it is you."
Oh. Just you.
That's how Yellow Jacket talks. Yellow Jacket is very matter of fact.
I'm going to look at him real hard and says, "I've been with you, Yellow Jacket. Why?"
Why, what?
Why were you behind the inn?
I saw the donkey escape Betty.
So you chased it from the stable to around back? I thought
No,
you
it
just
was around. It
You
was
were
around
around
back.
Yeah, I know.
I heard the noise.
I was around back myself, and I saw you behind the stable. So why?
Because the donkey escaped. Okay, so this stable, just so you can picture it, is open on both sides.
Uh-huh.
So there's an exit
What I'm trying to do is see if he seems nervous at all. Now I'm gonna level with him. I'm gonna say, Yellow Jacket, you can tell me if there's anything going on. We're friends. I wouldn't out you.
The druids here are angry.
Okay. Are you in league with the druid?
I am not in league with the druid, no.
Have you seen... What do you mean, the druid? Have you seen a druid?
The druid in the bar.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, apparently... Well, let's go back with the others. What do you say?
Yes, I will follow.
Okay. I'm gonna lead him into the end.
Okay.
That could be a problem. I assume that Tegan and I are now making our way downstairs.
Yeah, if there's nothing else you want to do in the room, you can head back downstairs.
Well,
I'm
hold
positive
on.
that the donkey was stolen, but I haven't heard. We haven't heard the return of Donkey.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys all make it down around about the
So-
same time. The halflings are leading the donkey into the bar and leading it to their table, and Beatrice is saying, I told you, or I can't remember her voice. I told you, get that donkey out of here.
So before we do that, I was going to ask Tyrrell. Tyrrell, can you pop out that window? If how's your night vision?
I don't have it.
Oh, well then never mind. I like
I
how
don't
the
have night
hockey
vision.
bird person doesn't have dark vision. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Right?
Wizards of the Coast, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah,
They've been
right.
dropping the ball lately. They've been dropping the ball lately. All right, so
All
we
right.
all meet up.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk over and bring Yellow Jacket over to our table and say, Yellow Jacket here just found the donkey behind the inn and returned it to the gnomes. It was a good deed.
Indeed. It looks
And striking Viper's hand signal, I'm going to signal to Tegan. The halflings weren't doing anything suspicious. Or just basically nothing suspicious halflings. That's all I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm also gonna wave over, the barkeep. Wait, Brandon, are you still there? He is not.
Okay.
I just noticed he was frozen.
Yep.
I thought he was just staring
Give me a
intently.
cigarette there.
Brandon, no.
Yep, there you go. That's a complete.
That was a hardcore
Ooh.
disco right there. Screwed up all the
Yeah.
cameras and everything.
No.
No.
Oh no, dear God.
Oh
Dear God.
no! The Sahagwans
My
have found me.
God. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Isengard?
To Isengard.
What did you say?
Meh, 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 meh.
Oh, well, since we're waiting,
Well, I was gonna say ever, but I couldn't get it because I only had this. And it was shitty. Ever.
Hey,
I've been
Brandon.
doing it since.
So my out, so I'm having to use my phone, so I won't have video for the rest of this unless my internet comes back.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
for those of you in the chat, it's going to be screwed up for the things.
Sorry.
It's all Sweet Psycho's fault.
Blame
I
my
am the
internet.
I am the only one on the stream right now who is okay in camera.
Yeah. For some reason, yours doesn't shift around. Everything else does.
It's it's probably because like in the video, whoever's video is on, it goes via alphabetical order of the name. And because B is up front, That's probably what it is.
Probably. Because you'll always be first.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I know.
That makes sense. Shut up.
I was number one!
Okay, so what were you guys?
So Ethan came up, or Zoison came up, and motioned that the halflings weren't up to anything suspicious. Told us that they had lost their donkey, but Yellow Jacket brought it back. And I think that's about where we were, right?
From behind the inn. Yeah, that's where we were.
Oh, yeah. And I was calling over the barkeep, or the bar wench.
Okay. She comes over and she says, "Boy, crazy night."
Indeed. I am... forgot what that fucking word is. I hate to tell you this, but there is a dead dwarf up in room 2 on the right.
A dead dwarf? The dead dwarf that was here, the dwarf that was here earlier?
Yes.
I
Well,
regret to
what
inform you,
happened?
that's what it was. It looks like somebody broke into the window and clubbed him to death.
Why would somebody do that?
That's what we aim to find out. I just wanted to let you know because, well, you'll probably have to send somebody to clean it up. Doesn't look like
Well,
they took
that would be
anything,
me.
except maybe his gold.
So it was a breaking and entering for a robber then.
It could be.
Seems kind of vicious just for a robbery.
Yes.
Says the one who robbed him after he was dead.
Yeah, right. With those awesome rolls, I saw that the coin purse had been sliced with a claw.
You notice one wayward feather on it?
Yeah. I pick up said feather and put it in my pack. Just so nobody suspicious happens.
Wait.
Oh, we lost Ethan now, didn't we?
No.
No, we lost Brandon
No.
again.
Fuck, why did it just kick me out?
Oh,
I'm
Because fuck you.
on my phone data, I'm not on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, probably just
It's
could
okay.
be.
Is it Stormins?
No, it's not storming.
No.
My internet has just been sucking lately. My modem has.
So have you, Giggity.
Oh, snap.
No.
All right.
All right, so
Um,
everybody at this point, as you guys are figuring this stuff out, everybody has started to move up into the tavern, or into the like rooms upstairs. As at this
Okay.
point, it's like 12:30, 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the barkeep. Did he have any enemies?
Oh,
Well, she said that she'd never seen him before. I thought.
yeah, she said she'd never seen him before. The barkeep himself is a different guy. This is Avo, Lady Chaser.
Oh.
Avo
Oh,
says,
Lady Chaser. Hello.
Oh, hey, Buckenwald.
Yes. What?
He
What's so
says,
funny there, Tyrrell?
so you're asking about Bosco, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. He's apparently dead as shit.
Boscov's been liquidated.
I give Tyrrell the side eye.
He has.
Like, I know what you did.
You can't
He
just
was
assume.
a mercenary. He was a mercenary who came around these parts sometimes. He never really came in here. He always sent his subordinates. I haven't seen him in years at this point. As far as enemies go, I mean, he runs a mercenary group, so it could be all kinds of people.
Do you know of anyone specific?
All I know is these druids that have been attacking them lately, he was talking about too.
Huh.
Do you know anything about them?
Not really. He points to the elf that Tyrrah was talking to earlier, and he says, I have my suspicions he's one of them. But he's always in here just talking about Coralon, that elven god.
Would I have noticed, since I was down in the bar when everything was going on, like when they went up to see the guy, would I have noticed if that the elf was missing?
He wasn't missing because I was sitting with him.
Yeah, he was still there.
Okay then, never mind. I am the dumbass.
So what you guys have so far is somebody came in from the stable into the dwarf's room, through the window, clubbed him twice in the chest, left the stable, the mud and the straw behind. Yellow Jacket found the donkey behind the bar near where the window was. Perhaps somebody rode the donkey or was trying to steal the donkey.
Right, which is my next line of questioning for Yellow Jacket.
Okay.
Or maybe
Right.
the donkey is a druid. Shapeshift?
All right,
He did what?
Yellow Jacket.
Yes.
Did you hear the glass break?
Yes, I did.
Did you see anybody, man or animal?
I did not rush to the sound of the breaking glass at first.
Oh, man.
Or
It was when I
animal.
heard the neighing of the donkey that I ran back there.
And when you arrived at the donkey, there was nobody there?
No.
Let's go out to the scene of the breaking outside of the window.
Okay.
You can do that. I will head to the donkey.
All right.
Still have alcohol in hand. More alcohol.
So I'll take 100% take Yellow Jacket. I keep brain farting on his name for some stupid reason. Taking Yellow Jacket. If anybody else wants to come with, that's fine. But basically, I
I'll
want to
follow.
go and look for footprints and such.
I'll follow.
There
Okay.
goes Ethan's camera.
We're slowly just falling apart.
No, I'm here. That was intentional.
Okay, so roll a survival, Remington, as a tracker to see if you see anything, any footprints or anything below.
Okay. So I forget how that works with my, because I'm in a mountainous region and I have my proficiency bonus is doubled when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to my favorite terrain type. So I will get a plus 10.
Damn.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Because my
Jesus
survival's a
Christ.
plus 6 plus another 4 for my proficiency bonus since I get it twice. And I'll request help from.
Wait, you get your proficiency bonus twice?
Yep.
So your proficiency should be plus 8.
Yeah, and then 2 points in.
Oh, I thought he said
Uh-huh.
6.
No, it's
And
6
survival.
because that's already factored in on my sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So check survival, and I wanted to have Yellow Jacket helping me, so
Okay, so you get advantage as well.
Yeah.
Double ones.
Oh my god.
Nope, plus another 4.
No. I already added the plus
Oh, never
4.
mind, never mind. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I seriously
What'd you
rolled a
get?
4. I got a 14. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Thanks, RN Jesus.
I just want to see
Yep.
what I would get, just because. Yeah.
All right, all you see are hoof prints. You don't see any footprints.
Okay. It looks like as the donkey was mucking about that it stamped out whatever footprints we might have found. And it certainly has nothing to do with me not being a very good tracker.
All right, Tiro, you wanted to head to the donkey?
Yes.
Okay. The donkey is in the stable, eating some straw off the ground. One of the halflings... Oh no, the donkey was in the bar, I forgot. Yeah, the donkey's in the bar. One of the halflings is giving it beer.
Well, but she told him to make it leave the bar, correct?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they listened.
Ah, that's true.
Okay, I'm going to say, because it's been a while since they led the donkey in, that the donkey is in the stable at this point.
Okay. Okay.
The halflings have gone up to bed as well.
All right. I lean on a post next to the donkey.
Okay.
Donkey, why do you kill indiscriminately?
The donkey makes a donkey noise at you.
Donkeynoise.mp3.
You can talk. I'm sure you're what's the guy's name again?
Who?
The druid god or the elf god.
Oh, Coralon.
Yeah, I'm sure Coralon will let you answer questions.
The donkey turns its head to you. And it says, "So you figured me out, have you?"
Yeah, it was 1 + 1 = 5.
The donkey says, "The Pyrrah military has taken over, and we are slowly taking the world back."
What, really? The donkey's talking?
Yeah, the donkey.
Yes.
For real, talking.
Well, why doesn't he sound like Eddie Murphy?
Because he's a druid.
The Pyrrah military
Because-
have taken over.
Because Brandon can't do an Eddie Murphy voice?
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw my weapon, Divine Hunger, and put it up against the donkey. And
Are you there?
Well, oh wait, I followed Tegan out. Yeah.
I didn't follow them. I'm the only one
Yeah,
here.
he's
Yeah, you
Oh, I'm
guys are
sorry.
behind
I'm so
me.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was with Tegan. I'm sorry.
But
Go ahead. Disregard.
he wasn't military.
He was military. The donkey sits down on 2 legs, so it's sitting on its ass and looking at you with 2 legs on.
The axe is sitting on its ass.
Yeah, double ass.
Is it face down, ass up?
No, it's
No.
ass down, face up.
But it's an ass, so it's always ass down and ass up.
No, that doesn't work.
That's exactly how it works, Tyrell. You shut your bird mouth.
The donkey says he was military. Ex-military, but military.
Being former doesn't make you still the same.
He was attacking. He was working with the human. They were taking over our lands. Now the question is, are you going to let me run out of here?
about now?
Well, I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing. I don't know if killing indiscriminately is also worth it. Have him roll a persuasion.
Remington, will you roll a persuasion with a +4 for me?
He's not here.
Will somebody roll a persuasion with a +4?
Yeah, I
I was
got
gonna
it.
say I got
runs
it.
back, runs back.
I was listening.
Well, it's really how you feel, man. Like, what do you feel? It's entirely your call.
I'm chaotic neutral.
So, I mean, yeah, if you want to let him go, let him go.
Oh God.
What'd he get?
6.
Thank you, RN Jesus.
I'm
it
not
really
sure.
is up to you, though. Like, whatever you think your character would do.
I think it might be worth talking to the leader of the group I am with. Although I do thank you for the gold that you left on him.
For the military to decide what happens with me? No, thank you.
Not 100% certain they are different than the general military.
I will talk.
I'm making some maybe semi-obvious noises that maybe they would hear as well as, you know, like tapping or scratching or something.
I'm going to motion walk.
That would probably
toward
be
the noises.
passive perception if anyone can
I'm
hear
making
it.
subtle noises like caw.
I go toward the caca.
Do we use our passive perceptions?
We'll just say that you guys hear, because we're going to wrap up here soon, so we'll say for the sake of this that you guys hear
Mm-hmm.
Tyrrell discussing at the stable
We'll
with
go.
something.
Or I'll
someone.
go.
And what was his reply to that?
He says, if I may take on any form, then I will talk to your leader.
Preferably something non-aggressive.
Wings grow out of the donkey back.
It's a winged ass.
And then it stands kind of as if it's ready to run as it turns and waits as the team known as the Striking Vipers approaches.
Okay.
And you guys see a flying ass.
Holy shit.
I flip my wings out of my cloak. You're like, don't be too hasty.
Okay, Treebeard.
I believe I'm probably faster than him.
What do we have here, Tyrrell?
The druid.
Which druid?
Legasp.
The one that has killed the dwarf.
Oh, why did he do it? Did he say?
I explain everything that has happened, like our conversation.
Okay.
As Tyrrell's explaining, I slowly move my hand to the haft of my hammer.
Okay.
I kind of hold up my hand like, hang on.
We're
Tegan, I
not.
believe this is for
Yeah.
you all to discuss, but
I just
Hold
rest.
on.
I still rest my hand
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I
go back to leaning on the post.
Who am I to judge? In the blood fields of Ishtar, I had to kill many a man,
Damn
and
it.
beast, and minotaur.
Damn you and your Ishtars,
I'm just
your
saying,
blood fields.
You weren't there. You don't know how it was. Don't talk to me about it. I'll talk to you
I am
about it.
Shut up about it.
I am in the middle of this kind of You muted yourself, by the way, Brandon.
Yeah, I was farting.
Oh.
Next time, just move the phone just directly to your ass and let us hear them cheeks clap.
I am neither for
No.
nor against his action. This druid's actions, so I cannot be a judge.
Well, who am I to
I cannot.
judge? Tegan?
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, we heard your Ishtar talk there, Zosin.
So based on Law of the Kingdom, Brandon, and what I know of it,
Murder is murder.
Oh, yeah. God.
However, do they actually follow the law of the kingdom? Are we still in?
You are still in the kingdom of Pyrrah. These druids, from what you've picked up, don't follow the kingdom of Pyrrah's rule. They don't. They reject it as the rule
They're
of
like
law.
Native Americans, right?
Yeah,
Their
except
own
that
law.
I based it more on the occupation of Rome around the time of Jesus, where the
I
Jews were
also
occupied.
inform them if they're not informed of such. I also inform them of the their god and their belief system.
Tegan?
From what I know about, what was the god's name again? Rathion?
Corellon Larathion.
Corellon Larathion. Being an elf ranger, would Corellon be in line with this kind of thought process?
Roll a religion.
Okay.
You have lost
Natural
it.
20.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Natural
You
20.
know everything.
You, from where you came from in Orkinray, you didn't really worship Corellon. You had your own elven gods there, but from the time you've spent in being an elf, you've had conversations with other elves who follow Corellon, maybe not to this degree. Corellon is a protector of nature above all else.
Okay.
So it's kind of up to you on how you would interpret how Corellon would feel about this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, Corellon is a protector of nature above all else, correct?
Correct.
And yet, you attack people who are farming the land. And I understand that you burn their houses, correct?
Yes.
But that fire can very easily spread to other forested areas.
They raise our fields. They raise the crops.
Ah, yes, but if they own those lands, which I understand does not necessarily apply to the Druid way of thinking, they have their right to do so. Further, sometimes it is necessary to seed the land from fire, because the burned remnants provide nutrients to new plant growth.
But that is not what he is doing. He is burning the crops and burning the land to raise the prices of his crops to the people of this land.
Yes, I understand that, but regardless of that fact, he is still replenishing the land with nutrients. You killing people indiscriminately you're still killing creatures. You're still killing a part of nature. Even though the creatures who live within this nature skew it. Any druid that I have ever met puts life as precious. And a better way to go about something like this is having discussion, not killing.
What
Maybe-
you say
maybe we
makes
just-
sense, Elf.
Say that again.
I said what you say makes sense, Elf.
May we possibly have this discussion with someone with more of your people? I understand you might not trust us.
I could go and get some of my people.
Rem, you're muted.
I didn't know if you wanted me to chime in or not.
Yes,
I mean, I'm okay with...
I made the suggestion. I don't know where to carry it from there.
Are you the leader?
I am not the leader, I am but one of the members.
Very good. Then yes, we would seek an audience with your leader. If nothing else, you may tell him what I have said. Or her. Or it. Or them.
I
Or
will
they.
I will take this information to my leader. Where would we meet you? It won't be
Would
be-
immediate.
Where would
Why-
be a nice neutral ground?
By the brook outside of the village where the first waterfall falls, northeast side.
What book did you pull that from?
Yes.
Um,
No,
where
bro,
would be,
that's
where would
just
be
the
the
lay-
most...
Tyrrell, that's the lay of the land.
He knows the lay of the land.
We passed it on the way in.
Is that neutral?
I will talk to my leader and see if they meet you. I can't guarantee they will, though, but I will pass on this information regardless.
Also make note that when you attack citizens of the Kingdom of Pyrrah, you are attacking Pyrrah itself. And that does not usually go without an aggressive response. Make it very clear that I am giving you and your people a chance to resolve this peacefully. That is not a threat, that is merely a fact.
Just know that we don't give these kinds of reprieves lightly. In the blood fields of Ishtar, we would have cut you down where you stood.
I flip my hammer.
It nods its big donkey head at you. And it says, I will relay this information. That is all I can promise to do.
One more requirement before you leave. You must show us your humanoid form and give us your name.
It nods its big donkey head once again and slowly starts to morph. And it starts to shrink down and down and down until it's a goblin.
Interesting.
I'm going to be
Did not-
visibly shocked.
Did not see that coming.
It says, I am Mork Bork.
I
Are
am
all of your
Mork
people?
Bork.
Are all of your people of your race?
Most of us, yes.
Interesting. Well, our deal still stands as far as I'm concerned, Tegan.
Indeed.
Mork Bork grows a set of wings out of his back and takes to the air and flies north towards the mountains.
I'm not gonna follow him. I'm
Okay.
gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm. All right. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and walk back into the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
We'll go ahead and do that.
is the farmer businessman? Has he like retired upstairs? Is he left?
Yeah,
I think
everybody has retired upstairs.
What about the elf? Even the elf?
No, the elf is still there.
All right, I'm gonna.
I relayed the information to the team about that elf.
Okay.
How I learned about Coraline and everything from him.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm gonna go up to whoever is still working the bar.
Okay, it is Avo.
Okay. What did we say? I know you gave his name.
Morkborg?
No, the farmer guy. The farmer businessman.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Leckman.
Jeffrey. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna walk
Why
up
don't we just
to,
call him Joffrey?
Hey, what was the barkeep's name? Avro?
Avo.
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 Avo Lady Chaser. Chaser of the ladies.
Avo.
Yes.
I would like to seek an audience with Jeffrey before he departs in the morning. I believe we are also going to retire to our rooms. Could you please let him know?
Yeah, I'll send a message to him. Not a problem.
Thank you. And I'll put a silver piece on the thing.
You cheap bastard.
Hey,
Why?
silver's a...
That's not cheap.
No, I know. Silver's good. I'm just saying you guys are rolling around with like 7,000 gold on you.
We don't have as much
Hey,
gold
man.
as we did, that's for sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
stay
you
rich
did
by
drop a lot
not
of money on
spending it
magic
all.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we'll end with you guys retiring to your room for the night, and then we'll finish up tomorrow with or next time we play with our conversation. With
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured
My room,
with it
my
being
room is in the
9:15.
rafters. I sleep in the
Yeah.
rafters.
Yeah, you're in the attic.
One quick thing before we quit. Since I've just scribed these new spells that I've learned from one of the old necromancer tomes, in the back pages I discovered a code that had a couple of 3rd level spells as I leveled up and scribed those in. So I'm gonna go out back for a couple hours and practice my fireball in a safe area.
Okay.
Just gonna chuck some fireballs.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
Sleep,
Yeah, exactly.
sleep. We leveled up to level 10 last time, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's
Okay,
how I
'cause
got fireball.
Yeah,
all
I
that
forgot to
stuff.
level, so. Okay, cool. I'll do that before I actually go downstairs and make dinner. All right, I am going to go ahead and tell everybody bye, so I'm going to mute you guys. And I will
Blurs.
make myself big.
Bluggity.
I just start saying a bunch of slurs.
All right. So thank you everybody out there for watching. I appreciate it. If you would like to see more of it, I'm going to be posting the episodes on our YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/Dueling Ogres. We are like 2 subscribes away from 100. So if you pop over there, and even if you just subscribe and never look at us again, that's fine. I'd appreciate it. I am not very good at networking, so I just figured I'd throw that out there. Also, if you would like to check out the podcast, just go to duelingogres.com, or you can find it on any podcast app whatsoever. We appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching. Everybody have a good evening.